We are joined now by Louisville center Bryan Hudson, who's playing his old team this week. The Cardinals have Virginia Tech, and Bryan, so you spent your first 2 years in Blacksburg, and what's it like going against guys that you roomed with and practiced against every day?
Yeah, it'll be a really cool experience. I'm excited to one just see him again, and it'll be really cool to be able to just go up against them, and it will be a little bit weird, just because I had a relationship with some of those guys, but it'll be a really cool experience, and I'm excited about it.
So they're coming to your place. You don't get to take the new teammates to see or Sandman, but
Right.
well, I will ask you, since you've been a Virginia Tech player, what is that like?
Oh, it's unreal. It definitely lives up to the hype. It just gives you chills every single time, even just watching it on TV or, on social media. It's an unreal experience that I was very fortunate enough to be able to have, and it's an unreal experience. I do, it would be cool to experience it one more time, but it'll be good to have these guys come up and play at our house.
Is that weird? Because I know like that song still gets played everywhere. If you just randomly hear it, does it just take you back?
Oh yeah, it does. Even at some of our games, they play it, and it's
Yeah.
a popular song. At just athletic events in general. So it does take me back.
So this year has been very special for you guys at Louisville. And it's first year under Jeff Brohm. You got a bunch of guys who came in and are helping you out, but also you guys that were there under Coach Satterfield having your best year. What's it been like since he got there?
Yeah, it's been incredible. Coach Brohm and the whole staff that he's brought in has obviously done an incredible job. Just bringing the type of culture that he wants, and just bringing a sense of pride to the city and to this town and this school that with not only him but several people that he brought, several coaches to the staff are alumni or have some type of connection to the city of Louisville, and so they've done a really good job with just improving the culture here and bringing just that standard of excellence that he has. And it's shown this season so far. So he's done an awesome job, and credit to him and the staff.
When did y'all realize that this team could be really good?
Well, to be honest, it started early in this offseason when, not too long after Coach got here, and, just I saw the shift in a lot of just the overall team's mindset. Mm-hmm. And just how they came to work every single day, starting in this later on in the spring, in the summer, and it obviously creeped into fall camp and in the season. And it was just that shift in, coming to work every day, doing things the right way on a consistent basis. And, the more and more I saw that personally, I remember talking to several of the guys and just saying, we have a chance to be special. And, it's heading in that direction. And, like we've said, we've been fortunate enough to have a really good season so far up to this point. And, they do a good job of every week to week, kind of resetting our mindset and mm-hmm. going the same every week, the same exact way with the same level of preparation. And, it's shown.
We got to talk about Prize Picks. That's right. It is the most fun daily fantasy platform. So many options. You can play pretty much any sport. You've got NFL, NBA, NHL, college football, of course, and you can make up to 25 times your money. Basically, you're picking as few as 2 players, as many as 6, and you're deciding more or less than the projected total that Prize Picks gives you. So, give you an example. Will Dylan Gabriel, Oklahoma's quarterback, in the Bedlam game, will he throw for more than or less than 250.5 yards? Or Brady Cook, the Missouri QB, he's going to Georgia, 242.5. How about Carson Beck in that same game? Georgia's QB, he had a great game against Florida, but will he throw for more than 285.5 against the Tigers? Meanwhile, Ollie Gordon, the hottest running back in the country, Oklahoma State, he could be the difference in that Bedlam game. the number that they've given him is much less than what he's run for each of the last 3 weeks. He's got 122.5, but Oklahoma's defense may be a little bit better than what he's seen each of the last 3 weeks. So what are you picking in that one? Luther Burden, that great Missouri receiver playing against Georgia's defense. This total, about where he is on average for the season. But would it be more than or less than 92.5 against that Georgia defense? That's how you do it. You pick 2 squares, 3 squares, 4 squares, 5 squares. You set your amount. Last week, I turned $50 into $250 just by picking groups of quarterbacks and deciding would they combine passing, rushing, receiving for more than a group of TDs. And the group I picked, man, they churned out the TDs and I won. Download that PrizePicks app, use the code Andy, and they will match your first deposit up to $100. So if you deposit $100, they'll match $100. If you deposit $50, they'll match $50. PrizePicks app, download it, easy as pie. Code Andy, get that $100 deposit match and get playing. There's so many options and there's more as the games get closer. Friday night, I'll be going through some potential options on Twitter. You can help me figure out what I want to do. You can figure out what you want to do. It's a whole lot of fun. Download that PrizePicks app and use the code Andy. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. What was that reset like during the bye week? Because you guys beat Notre Dame, and then you're banged up and you lose to Pitt, and you got to get things settled down. Whatever they did must have worked because you come out and shut out Duke. But what was it that happened during that week?
Yeah, I think, for one, it was a great chance for a lot of the guys to get healthy and, just kind of have a really short break away from the in-season, part of it and the kind of overload of what we go through. But it was just a chance to reset. And I think it just kind of, especially going into that bye week, having come off of a loss, that really set with us. And you could tell the response from this team immediately on Sunday after that Pitt game was a great response. We came in ready to work, ready to learn and correct the mistakes that we made. And because we didn't want to let that happen again. So, it led to a great bye week. A lot of guys got healthy, as I said, and we had a great week of practice this past week, and it showed on Saturday.
I was gonna say, were you one of those guys? Because I know you were limited in practice, but just playing every snap still.
Oh yeah. It was great for me, because I've been dealing with a knee injury this season, and so it was good to just kind of have a little bit of a rest for my body as a whole, and just get extra treatment and rehab, and just be as good as I can be on Saturday. So
you are the old man on this team. Married guy, got married over the summer. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What is that like? I mean, I'm sure you see these freshmen, they're living a completely different life than you now.
Yeah, it's different. They joke about that with me all the time, being the old guy on the team and the grandfather, as some of them call me. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I just love being able to learn with those guys and to share, what I've learned with them, and just kind of help them, because they're, especially like you mentioned, those freshmen, they're, just beginning their college career and experience. And so it's been awesome.
I read that you had, quarterbacks and the rest of the linemen and the running backs over for a cookout earlier this year. Is that the first, hosting as a married couple, bring every big get together?
It was, yeah, it was really nice opportunity to have that. I just wanted to have the whole or most of the offense over, and so it was a really cool experience and a great chance to have them over to the house, and it was cool for me and my wife to be able to host those guys, and she loved it. So it was just overall a great weekend.
What's on the menu for something like that?
So we had a couple of the guys came over, a few of the quarterbacks came over and helped on the grill. But
really,
yeah, they wanted to come over and take care of the O-line. So I smoked some ribs, and we had some burgers and hot dogs and stuff some brats, and a few of the guys brought over some sides. So it was an awesome day.
So now we're talking. Okay, when we're smoking ribs, do we do the 2-2-2 method? How do we do it?
I'm a 3-2-1 guy.
3-2. Okay.
Yeah, 3-2-1. That's what
Very
I do.
nice. Very nice. And so what is your preferred cut of rib? Are you like a St. Louis style, or do you want the whole thing?
Yeah, what I did this summer was mostly just the baby back ribs.
Oh, your baby back. Okay.
Yeah, baby back. Yeah, that's what I do mostly. And I made my own rub for it, and it was really cool. But yeah, I'm a 3-2-1 method guy, and I use the smoker every chance I get.
That's beautiful. What else do you smoke?
I've done mostly ribs. I've done smoked chicken wings. I don't know if my smoker's big enough for a brisket. I'm trying to do a brisket by the end of this year, but I don't know if my smoker's big enough, but mostly just ribs and wings and stuff like that.
High degree of difficulty on the brisket, but worth it if it works out. But I will give you a tip. So a lot of grocery stores now are selling pork belly in the meat department. So you do the pork belly burn ends, and it is like candy. It's really easy to do. It takes less time than your ribs or your chicken or pork butter or anything like that. And it's one of those that when you serve it, people are like, what is this?
I'll have to give that a try then.
So the QBs took over the grill, huh? I like that. Which QBs were the ones that were good on the grill?
It was Evan Conley is the main one that was whipping it up over there, and Jack got on it as well. But he texted me whenever we were kind of planning it a night or two before. Evan was talking to me, and he was like, yeah, he wanted to do some of the grilling, and Jack and the quarterbacks wanted to take care of us linemen. So they got on the grill and whipped us up some burgers and hot dogs.
See, that's when you know. This is a team. This group is together.
Exactly.
So, how much fun has this been for you? I mean, you've had a lot of different college experiences between the 2 years at Tech and the 2 previous years at Louisville.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Like I said, and we've been talking about just the bond that we have with this team. It feels different, and I've talked to several of the guys like Michael Gonzalez and Renato and some of those on the O-line that, it just feels different, than past teams. And for me, every year that I've had in college previous to this one. And so just that bond and the close relationship that we have as a whole team, but especially in this O-line room, it's special, and it makes it a lot of fun at practice. A lot of guys are holding each other accountable. You don't have to, worry about, the stragglers on the team or anything like that. So it makes for a fun experience, and winning is fun. So, that helps.
So I always ask every offensive lineman we have on the show the same question. We've already talked barbecue, but now we do have to talk steak for one question. What is your ideal steak cut, and how do you have it cooked?
So that's a really good question. I think ribeye is one of the better ones, and I always get it medium.
We're okay, medium. Medium seems to be the most popular so far. We've had a few medium rares, we've had a few medium wells, but that seems to be kind of right there in the sweet spot. So
yeah, I think depending on where you go, you can ask for medium rare, but my usual go-to is medium. But we have several guys in here that'll go medium rare
It's all right. It's a little pink never hurt me. I'm a rare guy, so I'm fine with that.
Oh yeah.
Bryan, thank you so much, and good luck against your old teammates.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you having me on.
Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples on 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.